on this. There we go. All righty. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our regular Tuesday night Collaborating Connections Professional Networking Zoom call. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and I am the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections has been around for 6 years, and we are part of the TTR Networking family. TTR Networking, we're one of almost a dozen groups, I think, that meet at different dates and times throughout the week. But we meet on a weekly basis to build wonderful networking relationships with our small business professionals. And Collaborating Connections has been around for the past 6 years. We used to meet in person, but now we are meeting via Zoom in this endeavor. We are connecting with wonderful professionals across the United States, coast to coast, and sometimes internationally. We have had visitors from Canada and the UK and the Netherlands, and we welcome for business managers, owners, professionals to join us, come visit with us, share a little bit about themselves and their business. So with that being said, I am going to kick off our wins. Let's talk about any wins that any of us have had in the past week or expect to come up in the very near future. Does anyone have anything that they would like to share so we can celebrate?
I'm sorry I was late, everybody, but I'm just, it's been a crazy day. Going out of town tomorrow, and we were trying to find my itinerary, couldn't find it anywhere. So now we got it, and I guess I'm booked for the right dates, but and that's a win. That's a win. I'm gonna leave it right there. That's a big deal in this house when we have Scarlett jumping all over and everything she picks up and berries and does all those kind of things. It's crazy. So it's good though. But we're here. I'm very happy to be on the call, and we are going to be in transit, but you will still be with me. And there's Kimberly. Yay. So that's my win.
Thanks, Jennifer. Congratulations. You're getting it together. We wish you happy and safe travels through this week and this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I need it. I guess I didn't know how much of a homebody I really like to be. So Kimberly, I don't know, you and I'm not really sure. You like to do this traveling stuff. I'm not sure about
that. It's fun, Jennifer.
It is.
Well, I think it would be a little more fun. Even my husband's in the room, but I think it would be more fun if he was coming with me on the whole trip. I wouldn't be as worried, but he isn't. He's not able to go on part of it, and we should have planned differently. But thank you, Kimberly. I know that there is hope down the road. There's hope. Maybe I'll actually enjoy this crazy stuff, but it is.
You will.
Thank you. Throw in an audible book and listen to it and go.
Yeah, well, I'm more cringing about Saturday because I fly back at, I don't know, one part of it, I fly back for an hour, but then I get on, is it in California or something, Philip? San Francisco, from Salt Lake City then to San Francisco, and then I got to come back to Indiana. But it's like 6:30 in the morning when I get into Indianapolis, and it's kind of crazy, but we have to be in Illinois later that day. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it is what it is. So I'm not sure. It'll be fine. But thank you, ladies. I appreciate your support.
No problem. Any other wins?
I think. Oh, go CB.
CB?
I'll put it over in the chat for everybody. But Saturday night, down here in downtown Noblesville, I'm doing a haunted Halloween mini shoot with starts at 7:30, runs till 10. I'll put the link in the meeting chat, but it's get ghosted basically. So you can people like to do fall minis. Well, why don't you get ghosted instead? It's really neat photography trick where it ends up looking like you're not there. So let's see if I have a quick picture of Catherine in here doing this. Yeah, there we go.
You had them on Facebook, CB, or whatever. I think I.
Yeah, I put on
Oh,
Facebook. You can kind of see Catherine there and how
Yeah.
she's there but not there. So
That's creepy.
yes, so then the dog comes into the room and starts saying, "Hey." So anyway, that's going to be 7:30 to 10. It's $30 for the session. You get 5 digital edited images, and then any additional images are just $5 a piece. But it's in the Collaborating Connections, if you haven't seen it, and pass it on to your friends, pass it on to everyone you know. Let's have a good time. It's by appointment, so I'm going to put the link in, and you guys can or anybody you know can sign up and do that. So
So,
that's my win.
so no, you've done this in the past, obviously, because you had these pictures. How would somebody, not that they wouldn't, but how would somebody use them? Because I'm not sure. I mean, the ghosted part is very cool. How could you use those? Just as a family, something cool to have,
Yeah.
just a cool thing.
Yeah, family photo. You can take the image and print it out. You can frame it. You can do whatever you want with it. So you can put it on social media. You can send it out as Christmas cards. You can do whatever you want.
Have you seen there's a movie that's called Ghosted? So I mean, and I know exactly what ghosted mean, but I mean, I understand it, but well, it's very cool. And for somebody like Catherine, it would be a very cool thing, really. I mean, she could do some real cool stuff with that as far as marketing too. But yeah, you could even post it on social media and get into the holiday stuff. Yeah, very good, CB. I didn't know where the inspiration came from. I
Cool.
saw it. I think I shared it on our social media. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I thought I did. So, okay, good.
And like you said, you can use it for your own business marketing as the Halloween or holiday theme. I kind of like that idea.
Mm-hmm. Why
Business
wouldn't you?
Hey, don't let your profits fade away, and like as you fading away, and then bring it back.
Well, you know what? It is October with out of the box marketing. We could all sit around and figure out how we could use it for our own. And maybe Dawn's got something better planned. I'm sure she does, but I'm just saying that would be kind of cool to do something like that. But what a great idea. You're very creative, CB. I guess I would expect nothing less, right? Between you and Catherine, there's probably oodles of things that are coming. I'm
Of
sure.
of course.
Very good. Very cool.
Good. I'll continue to source that through the feed of Collaborating Connections and post it to some other sites that I'm familiar with, CB. So thanks for getting that out there. Any other wins?
Just that I sat for the entire day and I got my program done. And it's exhausting, and I literally rolled out of bed and I looked like this when I rolled out of bed, and hours later, like I just sat there and worked and created automated workflows. And so now I'm just excited. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to tell Levi when he gets home, and he's not going to care, but he'll pretend like he cares because he likes me. But he'll be like, cool.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear about productivity, getting stuff done. That's so important to all of us, and you feel accomplished when you can check those things off of your to-do list. So keep it going, Kimberly. Keep it going. Do we have any other wins to celebrate for this past week? All righty. Well, I'd love to take some time to switch over to Jennifer Johnson and have her tell us all of the wonderful updates and happenings in the whole TTR networking realm. So, Jennifer, please take it away.
Well, thank you, Dawn. I think I have you unmuted. Yes, I do. I was going to say a minute ago when Kim was talking about her getting the program, elaborate on that more. I was trying to get my muted off, and we're trying to put you in the truck, which I think you are. Are you in the truck?
I hope so.
I think there you are.
All
Okay.
right.
Anyway, so Kim, you're going to have to tell us more about that. And maybe you've already talked about it, and I'm sorry, like I said, I was late. We did find my itinerary, and it's getting, this is why I don't do these crazy things when I'm, anyway, one thing I will just say right off the bat, I think everybody on the call, everybody that I see there is, you are all members. So I want you to make sure that you understand we have a new website. Everybody, if you joined during the time that we were in transition, you should be able to log on. Now you're going to log in and you're going to, say, you go to your My account, you say forgot password, you're going to create a new password. We're having some glitches with that. So but the idea is that people are supposed to, get that reset your password and then, go into it. I just want everybody to know any new thing, any new situation, the perfect world is that you get that reset button like pronto and it works and everything is great. It has had its glitches. Dawn, did you get that done now? I know Catherine did.
I got mine done. Yes.
Okay, good. So what I want everybody to know, some of the things that make TTR, I think, make us kind of different are also the things that can take a little while when we're trying to get, it's kind of like, I want to get it one-to-one with the people who are running the website. I want to make sure that everything's done. So if you, are trying to log in, I think Carol already did it, so she's not, but there's a couple of, some of us that need to go in and do your, create your own password. I don't want your password. I don't want to know your financial stuff. So we didn't transfer any of that. We want you to do that, create your own password, go in and set up your own card, all of that kind of thing for your account. I know, I never really realized until I had an organization like this that, why would anybody be upset if we were moving credit card information around? Well, nobody wants us to do that. We don't want that. And we don't have that. That's not something. Anyway, so just be patient and know that we are getting this together. I think when we originally said we were going to do a new website, I was extremely excited. And then I was panicked with fear and thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but all the things that are so right. So just know if you're new or you're, a new member or you are an old member, just don't sit there and get all freaked out and throw the television or the computer across the room. Just let me know and we'll make sure it works for you one way or the other. Just be patient. So I just would say that's one of the big happenings right now is a new website. We have a big event on October the 26th. It's a Thursday night. We are going to Pinhead and they have a wonderful room. It's called the 300 room. And we're celebrating all of our members, our community members, and then our community partners, and then our global partner, and the website, and the 13th birthday. We're just going to have a big party at Pinhead. So that is the 26th. And then the 27th, the next morning, for those people who don't party too hard on Thursday, we actually have the open networking at the Haverstick. And that is one of our open networking events that we have every month. And I know Dawn has subbed for me once or twice. And that's where Kim met us, first came to our meeting. And, you know, it's a fluke. It's kind of funny. We didn't have a very big group the other day, but the people that were there really connected. And I don't know, but there was some thought that one of them might start working with the other one for some part-time work. So it was like, oh, this is really cool. So I don't ever go in and judge a book by its cover or that kind of thing. I just always feel like the right people are there when they need to be. And we had almost the whole group of the Westfield group, which they're the ones who host it. I think we had one member of the Westfield group. Everybody else we had one lady who had a daughter in the hospital. We had one of the guys had his wife in the hospital. It was just oodles of things. But anyway, so I just put that out there. That's always the last Friday of the month, except we are not going to do it on Black Friday because that's the day after Thanksgiving. So we're not doing that. But we will have the 27th of October, and then I can't remember, but it would be the last Friday of December. And we are going to do that because a lot of times during that holiday time, people are anxious to get out and see people anyway. So we're going to do that unless we just find out that there's a bunch of people that say I'm not going to be in town, and then we'll. But anyway, plan on the 27th. And we also have, I will put it out there, on the 14th of November now, we have a Visitors Day for our Biz Builder group that's on Tuesday mornings at Meridian Title in Fisher. And we'll have that with the registration and everything. We'll have that very soon because they decided today to do that. And that is just open to everybody and anybody too. And they actually even said that today, Carol, CB, I don't know if you're available during the day, but they all today agreed that they want it to be open to everybody and anybody. Basically, they don't care. They do have a realtor in the group, but she is not always there. So they are all being very realistic. It's good to meet other people. So, but that's one of our oldest groups, and they meet on Tuesday mornings, like I said, at the Meridian Title in Fishers at 9:15. And so it's a nice group of people. So for right now, those are the things that are going on, and hopefully, you know, people can join us. We will get back into, once we get through October and we celebrate, we're going to get back into our GTR Presents, which will feature our members, our community partners, actually. That's the level that, and we'll have one with our global partner. But anyway, those will be on the horizon. And thanks for giving me time, Dawn. I know I always talk too much. So there you go.
No. In fact, I was wondering if we weren't missing something. Isn't there something coming up with TTR networking and Inspire Small Biz at the end of October?
You are right. You're right. I don't know. Carol might know that too. I'm sorry. I forgot that one. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I got videos all over Facebook that he's been posting from he and Denise and I, Ryan, Henry, Denise Prawl, and myself with TTR Networking, Inspire Small.biz, and Whiteboard Learning. We're having a collaboration event on the 20th. What date is that? It's the 25th. So the 25th of October, we're at Launch Fishers from 3 to 6. He wants everybody to know there's free beer that's sponsored by Sun. Was it
Sun King?
Sun King? Sorry. Yeah, I think from 4-Day Ray and Sun King. Do they? I think it's, yeah. So that is at Launch Fishers on Wednesday from 3 to 6. They do want you to register. You get in their book and you get all their stuff. And then we have our event on Thursday night at Pinheads. And then on Friday morning, we'll have the open networking. Thank you for reminding me. I'm not looking at anything. And yeah, and that event, I mean, Dawn, you've been there. Carol, I know, always does a lot of promotion in his books. Maybe you guys can lend more to those events than I can. I know, I mean, I'm usually there. I don't know if you guys have some thoughts or want to share what those are about, but those are fun and usually has a lot of people. It's just a matter of
definitely fun. You certainly get exposed to new and different professionals that, you know, even if you go there routinely, you're going to meet new people. And it just lends so much time and opportunity to interaction, the in-person interaction, you know, passing cards or getting to know someone in their business. There are a lot of small conversations going on. There's door prizes given away. There's light refreshments. So it's really a good opportunity to casually be out there and network in person. So if folks, if you've got the time, get registered, and that's a good place to be.
Quick question for the website. What did you send out a link for us to join, for us to register on the website? If you did, I didn't receive it.
Okay, well, I sent out an email. You can just go to Robert, I'm sorry. It's not a personal thing if I didn't get it, and it might have gone to your spam because a lot of my emails go to people's spam. So I just have to remind.
What day did you send the email?
I sent it out yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. So I will double check my spam.
Yeah. So what you would do, and Dawn can probably talk you through it a little bit. You go to my account. There's a bar. You just go to my account, and it'll pop up, and it'll say they'll give you an option to say forgot my password. Because what you want to do,
myaccount.com or my account something?
No. You're going to go to totherescuein.com. totherescuein.com. And then you will end up on something that looks a little different. But if you look across the bar, you'll see networking groups, and then you'll see down at the far right, it's my account. You want to click on that. You know, it's the tool or the whatever the bar is, they call it toolbar up there. My account, it should give you an option to say, I forgot my password, because you want to set up your own password. So this is what you do the first time you get in there. Just set up your own password, and then you will have an account inside that it'll take you to. And then you just want to go in and start, you know, you can add your picture and all of that kind of thing. I wish in the perfect world that everything we transferred over would have transferred everybody's profiles, but it didn't do that. So you're going to have to do that. Now, if you want to go back to Referral Runway, or you want us to help you get that, you can certainly take what you had in there. A lot of our members never even did much with Referral Runway. So I don't even know who did and who didn't, but we're going to turn that off down the road, but I'm leaving it up. So you want to go in, put your information, if you have some kind of a bio, that kind of thing, and you want to put your credit card in there. And whenever your dues or your fees have been, they'll come out at that time. And if you go in and they're due, it will take you directly there to make sure you get that paid. And it'll stay the same, Robert. Anybody that's already a member, anybody that's joined in the interim, you're all grandfathered in. Now we're into a new month. It costs more to be a member, but you're locked into the good stuff. So I don't know if that makes sense. Dawn, did I say anything wrong about that?
No, you didn't say anything wrong.
Okay. Did you see it, Robert? I don't know if you're looking for it, but if you don't see it or don't get it, let me know.
I get it squared away.
Okay. It was pretty simple. I can say it easily took 15 minutes for me to change my password and then toggle between the old Referral Runway to copy my information out and copy it into the new website. So
Okay, so I think Dawn has just volunteered to train us all on how to do that. Oh, I'd had members who said when we were going to make the move over to a new website, they were saying, well, is all that profile information going to go over? And I said, I really don't know, because I really didn't know. Obviously nothing financial. We were going to, so everybody has to go in and change that. But it takes a little time. I know that a lot of people, and maybe Dawn could even attest to this, that, since you set up your original profile, you probably had some changes, didn't you? Maybe?
No, not really. But I did have not only my spa travel, but I added verbiage about cheerful chocolate spirit and claiming your roots, and all that is now in the new website. So
good, cool.
I piled it all in there.
Cool. And that would be, I know one of our original questions months ago, I think, Dawn, your question was, can I put multiple things in there? And that was one of my first questions to Ryan when he was, proposing to build it for us, was, can we do that? And oh yeah. So, maximize that opportunity if you can. And so good to hear that, Dawn, because I know you have so many things. I would hate to have you be limited. Community members, community members, community partners, global partners, all get as much as you need to put stuff. Now, there are levels of membership that don't do that, and nobody in our membership is on that level, if that makes sense. We have an online membership. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. You guys just let us know if you've got a question. And I'm glad that you brought, you've had that experience go well. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions about setting up their profile in the new website, give me a holler and I'll be happy to help. I don't know it all yet. I was playing around in it last night. So any questions that I have, I'm going to pass on to Jennifer, and I'm sure that she'll work that out with the development team. But it's looking good. It's looking good. All right. Any other questions for Jennifer Johnson right now? No. Okay, we are going to move on to our roundtable introductions. And I'm going to ask Carol, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. I am Carol Blackmon. I am a real estate agent and licensed in Indiana and in Florida. I love helping people. I help first-time buyer, experienced buyers, people downsizing. That's going on a lot with the baby boomers, people upgrading. It doesn't matter what, I can help you. I'm very experienced in residential and land. I'm not commercial licensed, so I just kind of leave that to them because there's so many details involved in commercial, and I'd rather not go there. But I can help anybody anywhere in the United States or globally. I can find somebody local to whatever state you're moving in or city you're moving in. But I just love helping people, and real estate agent, Indiana and Florida. I'm looking for people that are wanting to possibly sell within the next year, because it could take that much time to get their house ready to sell, to make sure it gets its best price. And any buyers that are looking, let me know.
All right. Thanks so much, Carol. Do we have any questions for Carol Blackmon this evening?
Carol has alluded, or she said on a couple of these calls, that she's not, people are moving to Florida, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It sounds funny to say it that way. I know you wouldn't be probably working down there. Are you struggling with the insurance people to insure the homes? Because I know we've had a lot of conversations with the weather issues. It's more of that, Carol. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to put you on the spot, like, who are you insuring with? That's not, I'm just saying, are you finding that there's options for people?
There are options. I'm with State Farm in Florida and up here.
Okay.
So, and my property in Florida is far enough inland that we don't really have a problem with damage too much. Now,
Okay,
we've had
good.
some roof issues. Ian did cause some of the tiles to break and fall off, but those have all been fixed. But there's two separate areas in my subdivision. There's the older homes that were built in 2006, and then the other side was condos, but then they built after the crisis was over and everybody started picking up again. They finished out the subdivision with new homes. And on the older part, most of them are 2 stories. They suffered quite a bit of roof damage.
Mhm.
On it down there, and there was an insurance company that was not going to pay. And I got an email today and I found out that our community sued them, and they have come to a conclusion finally that they're going to pay $3 million.
Wow.
And part of that is attorney fees, but it's like 2,538,000 is coming to the community to help people replace their roofs. So
Good.
there were insurance companies holding out that.
And I just have heard because of our groups, basically, just people saying that there's a lot, it's really a wild ride right now in the insurance world. And I know they were talking about Florida is hard right now. So I was figuring
because so many insurance companies have left Florida.
Right.
And they're having to go to the state coverage, which is expensive. So, but a lot of them left Florida because they don't want to pay those claims.
Right.
So,
right. I guess it's just, it's an insurance question or thing. And I guess we don't have Nancy or Skylar on here, I don't think, but that's just kind of like we all pay into this for years and you don't have any, and then when you do, then you're dealing with, and I guess I understand, but I don't understand. It's like, we're putting a lot of money in, it should be, I never really understood the insurance world too much. I mean, it's kind of, they make a lot of money in the insurance world. So so I'm not trying, I guess I just was wondering if you had found any carriers or anything that you were particularly finding that were working well in Florida, or you don't even have to name any if you don't want to. I know I'm not going to say anything, Carol, but I've heard some things about State Farm kind of dragging their feet on some claims too, and you've probably heard that, right? So
yes, because State Farm, their agents work for the company. So
gotcha.
They do not work for the consumer. They work for the company. So they are paid on mitigation and to minimize the losses and things like this. So your agent really doesn't help you too much, but especially when it comes to roofs, they're really bad about roofs.
Well, I think that was what it was. It was roofing and gosh, what are you going to do? It's like, the weather's bad. You get, well, thank you, Carol. I'm sure that when you're working with your clients up here and down there, you're probably very, very concerned with setting up with good companies. So good for you.
Right.
Big full size.
Good for you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But if there are no other questions, before we move on, I just wanted to mention, Carol, I know that we've had beautiful weather in Indiana, even into the fall season now, but eventually it's going to change. I was hoping that you could share some tips, and even it might be an idea for a blog to go on our new website, that you share some tips in, preparing your home for the cooler weather. That's something that would be particularly helpful for me. And,
yes,
I just think it would be a really good thing to kind of share that helpful thoughts and ideas with
Mhm.
individuals and with your name on it and your subject matter expertise as a realtor, something we'd love to see. So
Okay,
I don't
be
know if
happy
you have,
to.
oh, wonderful, wonderful. We'll look forward
Okay.
to that. Thanks.
Good. My
All
pleasure.
let's see. I know Robert Haley's going to have to roll off early tonight, so I'm going to invite Robert Haley. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, thanks, Donna, hello, everyone, Robert Hailey with Old National Bank. I'm a community development mortgage loan officer here at the bank, focused mostly on low to moderate first-time home buyers. But I can do been in this business for over 25 years, so wealth of knowledge, we can do any loan you want, any on all 50 states, but I kind of focus here in Indiana on the low to moderate first-time home buyer programs for people. We have a great program for someone looking to buy a home. There's a 600 credit score, manual underwrite, down payment assistance for them, from up to 3% of purchase price for $5,000, up to max $9,000. And this is grant money forgiven at closing. No mortgage insurance. I mean, we're going to go 97% on no mortgage insurance, and my rates are lower than the market. Although rates are climbing, but they're still better than the market. Again, that's the good thing about it. So folks may not have a lot of money, but we have some money in the system that right now, the boost money is out there right now that's available that can be layered onto my money. So meaning that if someone buy a home in my minority Black census tract, that's $9,000, and the boost money is $15,000. So that's $24,000 that's forgivable at closing to help someone be a homeowner. So you don't have to have that 20%. And in this case, all we have to just have to have $500 with their own money. I mean, lately I've been giving people a check at the closing table, and they said, "What?" And the most I gave one is $900, and they say, "What?" Instead of have to bring money, so they getting a check and walking away with a check. They're happy campers, but they're first-time home buyers. Again, to get them there. So our goal is if you are working at least 2 years somewhere. I've been there 2 years, and you're paying rent somewhere. Why you're not a homeowner? Why you're not a homeowner? And then if you, in some cases where, if you have no credit score whatsoever, I can still you got no credit score. You've been living somewhere paying rent for 12 months. Have utility bills like a light bill, gas, or phone bill. I can use those to help you get your house.
Awesome. That's amazing.
So Robert Haley, Old National Bank. We're here to help.
Thanks so much for sharing that, Robert.
You're welcome.
Do we have any questions for Robert Haley and Old National Bank this evening?
Yeah, I do. Robert, this is Carol. I would like to schedule a one-on-one with you.
Sure.
I am leaving on vacation tomorrow, and I'll be gone off and on until the 12th.
Send me some dates when you go.
I will.
Try to coordinate that out when we get
Now,
on
where is your office at?
My office is on the east side of town, 6880 Pendleton Pike. Pendleton Pike and
Okay.
Shake.
I know where that's at. Okay.
I can meet you anywhere.
All right, perfect.
So
all right. Do you have any buyers that don't have any that aren't represented right now that are pre-approved?
I do. Sometimes I do, because I do.
Yeah.
I work for Indiana Housing Authority agency.
Yeah.
I do the credit classes for them, as well as I work with INHP. Well, we try to work. I go where the people are that need that loans I'm chasing that are people.
Yes.
So I need to help them, and sometimes getting people ready. I meet with the class, and sometimes they don't have a realtor.
Okay.
I do assign, but we try to figure where they're at.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, keep me in mind if you ever run across those, because I love helping first-time home buyers.
All right.
I really do, because they need the help.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's true. They do need.
Yep.
I don't send them out till they're ready to move, so they can move for us. We don't waste nobody's time.
Yep.
Awesome. Love those connections.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Do we have any other questions for Robert this evening?
So what's going on right now, Robert, with your 100? No, isn't this pink month, October?
October, yeah, I didn't sign up this year for pink. Yeah, real men wear pink.
Oh, you didn't sign up. I thought, okay, so, but you're
Yeah.
still part of that organization,
Oh yeah,
right?
real part, yeah, that's cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness, yeah. Real men wear pink for the whole month of October. You wear pink shirt, pink something. I can still get back into it, just I just want people. The whole goal is to try to raise money, or most importantly, raise awareness.
You know, you actually looked really nice in pink, Robert. So I just want you to know. And so I was kind of thinking, is he going to be on here? But Robert, right now on my screen, your head is bobbing around on a wall that's white because I can't see your bow tie. So you look like it's kind of like a green screen, when you got. You're moving now. I see your tie, but it was kind of funny because when you were saying that, I'm like, well, his head's bobbing around, but I don't think there's anything else. You know what I'm joking.
Yeah,
but,
my walls are white. You're looking at my actual walls in my office.
Yes, exactly. Well, hey, but you are part of the 100 men.
100 Black men. Yeah, we are. I'm getting ready to. 100 Black men.
Okay.
I'm preparing to for this year's program session. We kick off. I do have parent orientation on the 11th of this month. I just closed out application at the end of the month. So we got a total of 57 young men, 5th grade through 9th grade, that we're going to impact. We have parent orientation,
Cool.
and we kick off with our Dayla is the 28th of this month of October. And then we kick off my program on November the 4th, where we actually live with the kids itself.
Wow. Well, I think we should hear more about that when we give Robert a chance to, talk about, because those of us who've been part of this have heard about it a little bit, and we know that you're very, very absorbed in it. I mean, it's a great organization. So thank you for what you do there. And I don't know if Carol knows about it, or Kim, or anybody. So that might be kind of an interesting thing too to learn more about.
Oh yeah, we are a youth organization that mentor kindergarten through college. We have 7 programs that we play with. Summer Academy, which is during the summertime. It's a 6-week program, curriculum based. Keeps the kids from their learning slide that they stepping out of school, studying them, dropping a grade. We want to increase their grade, improve their reading and math. That is a young men and girls. That's co-ed that we work that's kindergarten through 8th. And then we have our robotics, which that one is which that only at School 43, that teaching kids about STEM. That's from 4th grade through 8th grade. And then we just relaunched our African American history program last year. So that is moving forward there. Again, that is co-ed. That is 6th grade through 12th grade. And then we have my program, which is team mentoring. It's all male only. That is 5th grade through 9th grade, which we meet at in person, curriculum based there itself, to help to keep the kids about understanding who they are, so they make them understand their decision. That's really through making community decisions for themselves, and most importantly, focus on them. And let them know that education is a key component of their tomorrow if they don't move forward that way. So I try to impact them that way. And then we have our financial literacy, which is teach kids as 9th grade through 12th grade, teaching them about money, understanding how dollar and cents work. They learn about presentations. They learn about how to pull together a presentation. Most importantly, how money really works, investing itself. And then we have our Botil Military, which right now is only going to be a man plan for the 12th graders. I teach a young man they write a 5-year detail out man plan for the 5 years. So they understand what they can be doing for the next 5 years and what they need to get them there, how they need to be packing for their self. And then we have our Collegiate 100, which is, again, that is our college students, that is co-ed. That's plenty helping them networking through their possibility of what they try to find the school, the job they're looking for. get them involved with other different organizations itself to understand where they need to go, help them to move forward before they really move them down the track of getting to the next step they want to be at. So those all our programs there itself that we do, and we all on a curriculum based impact.
Very cool. Thank you for that. I know it was a mouthful. Good job. Good job.
It's all
Thank
great
you.
stuff. And I thank you, Jennifer, for prompting Robert to talk about that. Before the end of this year, I know TTR Cares is going to be revamped. And we'll have an opportunity to probably interview Robert about the programs through 100 Black Men to bring more attention to those through our networking paths. I know my son he'll be 32 this year. And when he was in high school, he was part of the Dollars and Cents Financial Literacy Program with the 100 Black Men, and that made a difference for him and his educational base as far as understanding finances and so forth. And he was a beau in the Botillion. So I just think the most of that organization and what they're doing for the youth. So.
Yeah, and then so they, like the Botillion Military and the financial literacy gets a scholarship when it actually complete, help them to in the school itself, which I'm really valued. And then just for your knowledge on Big Brothers Big Sisters gives me an award for it's called the Kathy Cronin's Volunteer Year Award. They're giving me an award on November 1st for them. They're recognizing me for that itself. So I want to make aware of that. So
you should have been sharing that win. Well, we've got time still till November.
I don't too much. I don't too much. I just let you know about that one. So that's really, so it's really I just try to, my whole goal is really to be impactful to our young people, to help them to move forward, passionate about them, to help them understand that we cannot change nothing if we don't impact them. And if we don't impact them, they won't change nothing. So.
Awesome. Thanks again, Robert.
CB got a chance to come by and hang out with me for a minute over there. So he came by and took some pictures and seen the young men at work, as at work that day. So I appreciate CB for coming by and taking pictures.
I can tell you that those guys, they're there, they are focused, and they are working on their purpose. So it is, if you have an opportunity to step in and help and do something, yeah, you won't regret it. So great group.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I appreciate CB for coming by, taking those pictures, and it was great. Yeah, but thank you.
Awesome segue. CB, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Sure, why not? Yes. CB Bjork, Ascension Imaging Studio. I do headshots, marketing, branding. I'm an FAA licensed drone pilot, so I can do drone photography for real estate, for marketing, for whatever is needed. Obviously, we're closing in on the end of the year, being October 3rd now. So if you are looking at getting any imaging work done, either for the end of the year or to get yourself set up for the beginning, excuse me, of next year, this is the time to start planning that out and plotting that. So reach out, contact me, CB at ascensionimagingstudio.com. And you can always go to my website, ascensionimagingstudio.com, and reach me there. So let me know what I can do to help you get ready for 2024. So it's going to be a good end of the year and a great beginning of next.
Woohoo! Love the optimism. Thank you so much. Do we have any questions for CB Bjork?
No question, but CD did a fantastic job when he helped me use that with my organization. He did an awesome job.
Yeah, thank you, Robert.
Good with people, so I appreciate you, CB.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. There you go. I was actually just going to say it was really when CB says it's going to be a good year, I think you can trust that he knows it's going to be a good year. And even if it doesn't, he's got an optimistic viewpoint of it somehow, right?
Absolutely.
It's all, I mean, you're either learning or your what's the
Winning or
word?
learning?
Winning or learning. There you go.
Yes.
There you
There,
go.
there is no losing. And if you're sitting there, and I can't tell you how many times I've said, nothing happening, nothing happening. Go make it happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
You sit there and like, well, no one's coming to me. Okay, well, I'm gonna go find people. And it's just you gotta. I forget where I saw it, but it was the I'm gonna win an Oscar, and I'm gonna sit on my couch until I win an Oscar. Well, the Oscar's not gonna come up and knock on your door and present itself to you. You got to get out there and you got to work it. And if you try something and you fall flat, awesome. You learned. You discovered something that does not work. Eliminate that. Think about it. Try again. And it will become because you put the effort into it. If you put no effort into something, it's not going to come. So get out there, work on it. If you lose, it's fantastic. You're learning. But the thing you need to do is understand that it will eventually turn into a win.
Yep.
And you'll take that win and you'll make that win bigger. And then you'll make that win bigger. And you'll make that other win bigger. And it just keeps expanding on itself. So yeah, you have a choice. Sit there when 2024 arrives, you're like, I should have done that. Too late. Now's the time to start planning. Now's the time to start getting things going forward. Now's the time. So
exactly.
Woo-hoo. Love it.
And I would definitely say CB and Catherine are both those kind of, you're how many things have you come and talked about doing, you're making it happen. So thank
it's
you
not
for
just hope, it's manifesting it. It's not just
yes,
hoping for it, but preparing for it, believing in it and making it happen.
If you sit there and you don't see a dream, you're not going to have a dream because you don't see it. But if you see it and you work with it and you work towards it, doesn't matter how small the steps are. Take an inch of a step, take 2 inches of a step, whatever it is, you're moving closer to that dream. And that's how you build it. Sitting there and just not letting your dream happen, that's not what we're here for. We were built, we were intended for purpose, and we were intended for great purpose. The dreams that you see in your mind, the dreams that you see in your eye are meant for you. They're not meant for me. They're meant for you. And if you tell me your dreams, I'm not going to understand your dreams. If I tell you my dreams, you're not going to understand my dreams. But if I go out here and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and you tell people, then they will see it and then they will build on it. Because like Jennifer getting me connected to the people with She Said, it came out of nowhere, and it was a great event, and it was a great opportunity to work with people and to be seen and do all that because I told her. She's like, oh, I got this guy. And it just on and on and on. So get out there and realize your dream by telling people, realize your dream by working it, and it will become. It has no other way but to be that way.
It doesn't, what's the word? It doesn't hurt us that CB's a pretty good photographer too, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, somebody wants to sing and they keep going out singing. If there's no talent, there might be a point at which, hey, maybe you should be a stage crew guy or something, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's, and I think that when you get to the point, CB wouldn't be out there asking people or asking us to help him get jobs if he wasn't good at it. And Carol wouldn't be wanting more business in Florida and if she didn't enjoy it and wasn't good at it. Everybody, Kim, Dawn, you've been doing so many things there's no question. You guys are all good at what you do. So it does have something to do with talent too, I think, that you kind of recognize that. And if you're at the age that somebody hasn't told you you're no good, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Carol, you've been, well, I could go on, but anyway, good point, TV. You guys are you're great. I mean, good role model. Good role model, definitely.
All righty. It looks like we lost Kim. I hope she's able to reconnect, but in the meantime, Jennifer, are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
You know what? I've talked an awful lot, so I'm just going to say I was looking up. I'm Jennifer Johnson, and I just get very pumped up every time I get on these calls. Even though it's a long Tuesday, a lot of times it's a great thing. So thank you, Dawn, and thank you guys for all being on here and encouraging each other very much. It's a great thing. I would just say I was researching, this is out of the box marketing month, and we were, out of the box is, what kind of crazy things can we do to get people to think of us when it's time for purchasing. But I found this thing out there, and I'd not heard about it, but I don't know if it came from the real estate world or something, but it was the rule of 7, but it's the same idea that it takes 5 to 12 times. They're saying it takes at least 7 times. Is that where it comes from, Carol? Okay.
Well,
so
it used to be 7 and now they're at 5 in real estate.
Okay.
That's what I've been told. But yeah, 7 is still a standard in a lot of businesses. It takes 7 no's.
It takes 7 no's, and you could be talking to the same person and they could say at the 8th time, right? Okay, you've convinced me now. But just think about how many of us, talk to somebody one time, they don't seem interested, even though we believe that our product or our service could help them. We give up. We don't keep doing it, whether it's because we don't have a system, we don't have a network of people to help us, whatever it is. We typically give up at 1 or 2 times. I think the numbers are just staggering how many people give up after 1, maybe 2 touches, and people don't buy until you've reached out. Average is like 5 to 7, 12 times, whatever. So I guess I'm just coming back to the fact that a group like this, we're not the big 100 people that meet, but we tend to be people who really care about each other and are really thinking about how can we introduce this person, this referral partner that's a trusted referral partner, how can we introduce them to somebody that might open the door to something else? And that's really what it boils down to. We may not know that Carol's going to sell something in Florida, but we know somebody in Florida that we could connect her to. Who knows what door that could open? I'm just putting it out there that, this kind of, who's out there that needs that maybe don't even recognize that they need it, but, that wouldn't hurt them to be on a weekly call, or at least part of a group like this. Maybe they can't be committed every single week. And I know that's been, it's kind of tough for some people, but it's getting to know each other and all of that. So who do you know that's out there who needs, what we offer? I am happy to reach out to them. And they can visit a couple times, and why did we say about the 7 times? It's like, it may take you 7 times to hear somebody in the referral group say, I do this. And it may be that 8th time it clicks that, oh gosh, I could use their services, or I know this person. It's just that regular top of mind awareness that this is really, really helpful. And the more that we hear each other doing work with other people, the more that we're able to, what is the word, edify each other, go out and share, that, boy, Dawn helped this friend of mine when she went on a trip to wherever, as you hear those things, it just builds the credibility that, that they bring, and then you transfer to whoever you're referring. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So just keep it in mind. Some people don't like the small group and the weekly thing, but I don't know. There's a lot of
You know, if you're only meeting once a month or every other week or something, it can get kind of confusing too. So, but thank you. Who do you know that needs this? Because I'm happy to reach out to them. They are finding us. I will tell you. I don't know if it's our new website or not, but we're getting some people who are reaching out to me. And it really just tells me that there's a lot more there's a lot more people out there that really do like this idea. And I won't badmouth any other organization, but we're not as strict as some that are very much like us, but not us. You know what I mean? So I'll leave it at that. But thank you, Dawn. I really wasn't going to talk that long. There you go.
Sure, Jennifer. No, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate it. And just building on what Jennifer said and reiterating to the group, it doesn't have to be Visitors Day for you to invite folks.
Right.
You know, as you're out and about doing your business, meeting folks, chatting folks with that folks, etc. If you come across somebody who seems to be missing out on building some great relationships, who could take advantage of a consistent, growing, learning group that keeps each other motivated, keeps each other top of mind when making referrals, you know, mention us, connect us. You know, that's just one more way for us to grow and to expand our own circles of influence and connections. So let's get that done. Thanks so much, Jennifer. And I see that Kimberly is back with us. She has reconnected. I want to invite Kimberly Goode. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
I am. I'm sorry. I'm charging my battery and it just died. So I'm back. I'm connected to the wall. So I am Kimberly Goode, Good Business Solutions. And like you all know, we do bookkeeping and payroll. We are a profit first professional firm. And this week, what my win was today and what I'm all excited about is I got my program set up it's a free program for people that need to get their bookkeeping caught up to current and they want to do it themselves. So all they have to do is sign up. They get text messages. We're sending out text messages now instead of email. Well, we still send out email, but this is specifically text message. I feel like emails kind of get pushed down and don't always get seen. And so with a text message, it's just more like right there. And so these 12 weeks of getting their bookkeeping caught up is step by step. It's like week 1, this is what you need to do. Week 2, this is what you need to do. And so it's these small tasks that will get them caught up within 12 weeks. Do you all know what 12 weeks from yesterday is? Christmas. 12 weeks from yesterday is Christmas Day. And I was like, oh my goodness. So what our goal is what? What our goal is.
You gotta be kidding me.
Right. So what our goal is to get everybody one way or another caught up, feeling confident. That way they can go into 2024 and focus on success of their business instead of trying to catch up from the year before. Visions and everything is all that is our focus for 2024. January 1, you want to be focusing on how you're going to make it amazing and not, oh my gosh, I need to fix up 2023. So this is an automated program. Every Monday, it sends out a new text message on, hey, this is, and people can converse with us. So if they're stuck on a week, if they're having a problem, they can respond to the text message and we can help them out. So that's what we're doing.
And so with this program that helps people get caught up, are they still in are they still in communication with you to answer
Yes.
questions or get guidance? And is this a more cost-effective way for small businesses to manage their bookkeeping that you're offering, or?
Yes, everything that we're having them do each week is definitely cost effective and stuff that they can do themselves. And they can, yes, they can respond to the text message and say, hey, this week, like one of the weeks at the very beginning is get yourself set up on a software, a bookkeeping software for your business. And if they want to know, like we've worked with Xero, we worked with QuickBooks Online and Sage. And so if they have questions about the different softwares, then we are definitely available to help them and guide them to what would best fit their business. The number that it's coming from is a 1877 number, but I love the phone number because it's 87-PROFIT-01. And so our phone number is 87-PROFIT-01. So they can respond to that and get me or Rosemary on the phone.
Super awesome. That sounds wonderful.
So and are you making money though, Kim?
No, this is a free program. Now we do have things during at one point, if they do not want to set up their own software, we will set it up, but we're setting it up at a low cost, a one-time low cost. They don't have to, nobody is obligated to sign up with us. I mean, obviously we want new clients, but our hope is for them to get themselves caught up. And then maybe in January, they start working with us. And so that would be ideal to us. If not, that's okay too. This is, something that we wanted to do. And I love that because I don't ever want to be a financial hardship for somebody, and getting everything caught up is a financial hardship. So, so this is a way for them to be able to do it themselves and then maybe work with us going forward, and it won't be so difficult.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Okay.
I love that, Kim. Because seriously, your business has found a way to help small business owners over that obstacle. They may be in business because of a passion for their industry, and they just aren't bookkeeping savvy. That's not their skill set, their bailiwick. And you give them a way to get comfortable with it, get their arms around it so that they can just do their business. I absolutely love that. Thanks.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Any other
You
questions?
know what?
I'm sorry.
What we should do, Kimberly, is sometime we should talk about getting doing some kind, because one of the things with TTR is it's all about good relationships, good, you know what I'm saying, extraordinary relationships. But the business end of it, I would really like to have people that offer some business, and it's not me. I mean, I could tell you probably some basic business things, but I mean, that would fit right into, it's a free thing, and it would be a marketing tool for you, but it would also, we can, obviously we do it on Zoom and, and I would like to be doing, obviously this winter for most of us, the more that we can do on Zoom, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to do only Zoom, but that would be a great, and I'll just leave it at that. But let's talk about that, Kim, because I would like to get, to have that. Maybe it would be something in the very beginning of the new year. I don't know. Maybe your recommendation would be to do it soon, or, to do it before the end of the year. I don't know. It just seems like we hit November and December and it's insane. But maybe you don't have to give them everything, but you could show them, talk about how, this software or this program helps and some other things that you could do to help somebody get over that hardship. And we really don't have anybody doing what you do. The Profit First, can I ask you really quick? The
Yeah.
Profit First that's a brand, right? So you have some of the training that goes with that. Is that right?
Yes. Have you read
Okay.
the book?
No, but the lady that I connected you with what
Linda
was it?
Lewis?
Yeah, Linda. Yeah. So I think the Profit First thing she's getting very much into that too.
She's doing a
So,
different type.
oh, okay. So it isn't
She's
the
doing
same
something
thing.
different. I thought the same thing. I thought she was with Profit First. Profit First is a book that was written by a guy named Michael Michalowicz. He's got a lot of different books, like the Toilet Paper Entrepreneur, the Pumpkin Plan. Yeah. And so these books are amazing, and you can get certified as a Profit First professional, and you use the software to help people create a plan on profiting in their business.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just wondered if that was because you said that, and I thought, that's a really cool concept, and I think that would be a very good thing to have as part of the program as well.
Yeah.
And these are just free opportunities for people to get some business knowledge. I mean, I'm all about the relationship thing, but if you don't have some basic business knowledge, you need to, they need to know who those people are that they can go to. And obviously you're one, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
thank you.
that. You're welcome.
Awesome. Any other questions for Kim? All right. Thanks again, Kim. Much appreciated. Let's see. I guess it's my turn. I'm Dawn Evans Casey, not Jennifer Johnson, as it says in the box, but I am, my company is Spa Travel. Spa Travel has been a part of Collaborating Connections and TTR Networking for a while now, probably about 7 years, TTR Networking. And it is all about relaxed adventure. I want to help my travel clients have memorable, enjoyable travel experiences. I sit down, find out what my travel clients, where they want to go, what they want to do, what's an approximate budget that they're comfortable with. And then I go out and prepare proposals to present to them and have them select what it is exactly they'd like to do. So it's far more than just as a client can go out on the web and search for their own travel arrangements, but Spa Travel offers a little bit more. Not only do I have the industry awareness and the connections with vendors both domestically and internationally, but I use that knowledge to pull together a proposal and to continue to assist my travel clients, even when they're having issues in the midst of their travel. So beyond the booking, if they're dealing with cancellations or delays, if their accommodations aren't quite what is expected, if they are dealing with illness in the midst of the trip and wonder what to do, Spa Travel is here to help. So if you or someone you know is interested in traveling, has plans to go somewhere, domestic or international, in the next year or so, feel free to give me a holler and I would be happy to help. Additionally, I've got a couple of other endeavors. The Claiming Your Roots genealogy nonprofit. My husband and I do educational outreach, helping individuals understand how to do their own family history research and pull that together into a lovely keepsake that they can continue to build on and pass to future generations. Knowing where you come from, who and what their lives were like, who they're about, is just precious, just a wonderful thing to know. and it really makes a difference. So I encourage everyone, if you don't already have a family historian that has documented that information, to consider working with your family members to get that done. Additionally, I have a passion for chocolate that I have pulled into a blog on Facebook called Cheerful Chocolate Spirit. And it is all about my love of chocolate in pictures and poetry and cartoons and recipes, even healthy recipes, healthy chocolate recipes, because I was diagnosed diabetic almost 2 years ago, and thought I was going to have to give up my dear chocolate. But lo and behold, I found very healthy ways to still enjoy it. So if you want to just break up your day, bring a smile to your face, if you're a chocolate lover like I am, feel free to log in to Cheerful Chocolate Spirit on Facebook. And beyond that, I want to just encourage everybody. I know we get together and do this weekly through Collaborating Connections and Zoom. I want to ask everybody, please subscribe to the Collaborating Connections YouTube channel. I know that I also share the recording on Facebook and LinkedIn and push that out to our membership so that I make it very easy for everybody to access those recordings. But if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, as the numbers increase, YouTube will also share it and push it out to others. And we want this information to be able to be seen and enjoyed by many. So please subscribe to the Collaborating Connections YouTube channel. Does anyone have any questions that I might be able to respond? Okay, good. Well, Jennifer Johnson mentioned earlier in the call that we are now in the month of October, and our theme for the month is out of the box marketing. While I love to share knowledge that I gather from all types of resources on our monthly topics, the first week of the month, I usually talk about what not to do or what to make sure we avoid that's related to the topic. So I came across an article that was just published yesterday on the internet, and it's the 5 worst types of sales messages and how to fix them. So I want to, it starts out that you don't get many chances with your prospects, and sending a self-serving, pointless, or pushy email, and they'll probably write you off. Do it again a second time, and they very likely will. People's email and text messages fill up quickly, and they want value content. So as a result, you should think carefully about every message you send. Does it provide new information? Does it have a clear purpose? Does it somehow benefit the buyer? If you can't answer yes to all 3 of those questions, head back to the drawing board to help yourself out. They've outlined the 5 worst types of sales communications and how to fix them. So number 1 is the me message. When was the last time you were interrupted? You interrupted what you were doing to take an unexpected call from a telemarketer? Probably never. Nobody welcomes that. Sending an outreach message solely focused on your product is essentially the same thing. And you're asking the buyer to pause their work or interrupt their day so that they can read or listen to your sales pitch. And don't be surprised when those promotional contacts, emails, text messages get 0 responses. So how to fix the message is, rather than leading with a description of your product and its features, talk about the prospect's situation and reference a chance or opportunity that they'll be facing. And once you've demonstrated your understanding of their experience, your prospect will actually want to talk to you. You'll have a far better chance of earning their business or at least earning their attention at that point. So if you're struggling to craft a buyer-focused message, tell yourself that you can't mention the name of your company or offering. Just talk about the benefits, how it can help, or what you've got or what you know that'll make a difference in their life. Number 2 is the get rich quick message. You know, the deep savings, or, you know, how this is going to turn their life around. That's generally from your own perspective. So don't exaggerate your product or service. For instance, you might write, oh, sorry. The buyer will be far more swayed by a specific example than a broad claim that seems too good to be true. So avoid those. Number 3 is the remember me message, where somebody attempts to contact you saying, yeah, you know, I meant you at that networking event, or, you know, at something very generalized, where the listener is probably like, nah, I don't know you. And you really don't know me. So if you want to create a long-lasting relationship that generates real opportunities to grow, make sure that you're providing value rather than making an ask at least half of the time. So, you know, tell them congratulations. Make sure that they're satisfied with a project, with a product or service. Forward them a relevant piece of content. Wish them happy birthday, or celebrate an event with them. Invite them to a virtual or in-person company event or one-on-one meeting. Compliment a blog or post that they wrote. You know, make sure that you read it and understand it and compliment it. Or send them a tip about a product or their strategy. That's always very helpful. Last week, we had a discussion about giving some unsolicited advice as contributing and giving some value to individuals. And that's always a better position to start from. Number 4, the fake personalized message is another one to avoid. And 5, the nudge message, where you're really trying to push them to a close. It's frustrating to send your prospect an item that requires their immediate action. You know, their immediate action or your emergency for them to take action may not be felt the same on their end. So sometimes you need to jog a buyer's memory to motivate them to reply. Find a legitimate reason to follow up, so you're not just nudging them to check in and see if they're ready for a purchase. So avoid that as well. I kind of want to open the floor and ask, you know, can everybody take the opportunity to stand back a moment from the communications that they're sending out or the messages that they're sharing and say, is this valuable information? Is this useful to my listener? Have I crafted it in a way that will be well received? Anybody?
Say it again, Dawn. What were you asking? Say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm asking, when you're making a communication to a prospective client or customer, do you take the time to stand back and consider in your own mind the way that your content, your message will be received by that individual? Do you make sure that it's something that's helpful or valuable, that it's genuine information, that it is something that will create good and help them?
No, I don't usually. Come on, guys. Do we do that? I mean, yes, we should do that, right? I'm just being facetious, I guess. Is that the right word? I don't know, just being
Yeah.
silly. Of course. But you know, Dawn, you said something about the nudge thing. I think if we cut, and I'm sure your end of it is, I'm sure the thing is, you build the relationship, then you can call them with a nudge call and say, hey, look, I got a deadline. Are you able to do this or not? And you're not as worried about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking, yeah, all of those things that you said were negatives are all negatives. But if you created the relationship first, and
Exactly.
you're willing to put the time in, it's just what CB's doing right now with all these jobs that he's doing. He's meeting people. He may not be getting paid an awful lot for them, or maybe nothing even, but he is doing the work that's planting all the seeds that, later, if he says, he can maybe reach out to some of these people and not basing it on the fact that they owe you, CB, but that you've proven yourself, you've done a great job. Now you're coming back and you've got maybe a deadline, or you've got a certain amount of money that, or products or services that you want, so many pictures you want to take, or something, anyway. I guess I'm just thinking that would be, I just laughed at the whole idea. Do I think about what I say to people? Very rarely do I really think about it. But I mean, but in the big picture, I guess if we all use that idea, relationships first, then
Exactly.
but yes, the etiquette of the etiquette of, you don't, like Carol a couple of weeks ago was talking about her client that she had to really be careful with. She was buying and selling and all of that. She's worked her butt off to get to that point in relationship building. She understands that, anyway, you guys it's like we're preaching to the choir. You guys all understand that. But that's a great thing. When you were talking about five things you don't do, I'm like, I can't wait to hear these. Of course you wouldn't do it to the person you would. I'm sorry. You would follow those rules with the person you just met, because you
Exactly.
don't want to offend them. You certainly don't want to offend any clients. You know what I'm saying, guys. I know it's time to get off the phone call, so I will leave it at that. But I would just say that's why we're all, we all know it's not. I'll just say the idea of not me, that's not a given with everybody. Some people don't understand that. And I will leave it that there's one guy, well, I will not say that. One member of TTR that's having a really hard time getting out of his own head, and what I need. And it's like, no, if all I ask I was on a call and I said, if you just had all you could say to somebody, you can't say your elevator pitch. And if I said to you today, how can I serve you? And that's not, just literally, how can I serve you? How can I help you? I would hope you would have a list of maybe 3 or 4 things. You can introduce me to a property manager, if I were Carol, or, I need, whatever, this is what I need. You don't even have to explain what it is you do. CB, right now, he's got so many things going on, where he's looking at so many different populations. But I mean, this one person could not understand it. He was still trying to sell. And I'm like, I don't want you to sell. I want you just to tell me how I can help you. And that's real. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Sorry, Dawn. It just
That's
was
great
weird
stuff.
because he couldn't get it.
Because literally what we're about when we are building these awesome relationships and helping each other thrive, it's not about the sale, it's about the help. And when I'm helping you and effectively listening to what you need and getting you what you need, I'm helping myself in my own business and myself to thrive inadvertently. And that's That's what we're trying to
Absolutely.
get everybody to
Yeah.
understand. You know, it's a circle. You're giving help, you're getting help, you give more help, you get more help, and it is not me. It is not pushing anybody, knocking them over the head. Hey, I need you to buy this right now. It's not about being passive aggressive. It is it's not any of that negative stuff. There is some genuine helpful
Yeah.
and beneficial practices that, you know, we do it and it becomes habit and it works. So that's what we want everybody to
Yeah,
understand
absolutely. Good job.
and do. Yeah. Okay. We we are a little bit over time, but I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And I'm going to send out the follow-up email with the contact information and make this recording available. Once again, anybody in the listening audience, if you are interested in coming to visit with Collaborating Connections, sharing a little bit about you and your business, giving some insights on what you've experienced and contributing to the professional development discussion, we would love to meet you. Please feel free to reach out to us either through LinkedIn or Facebook on Collaborating Connections or through our new TTR networking website. I want to wish prosperity and productivity to everybody here, and I will look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care, everyone.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.